Good morning. Welcome to my morning meditation. My name is Inger Brown, and today's presence practice is grounding. So take a moment. My invitation is to make sure that you're in a place where you can be comfortable, really settle and drop in, and a place that is safe for you to close your eyes if that helps you to do that. And just taking a moment, having a nice, softer, fuller, deeper breath. Just giving ourselves some space for that. Just really giving yourself a moment to feel your inhale. Notice if your belly can expand and what it feels like to exhale easily, gently. And give yourself two more. And notice if there's any sound that wants to come out on the exhale. Just giving yourself permission for whatever that is. It might be a sigh. It might be a groan. You might feel some tension release in your jaw on the exhale as you make sound. All of that is welcome here. All of these practices really are just an invitation and an opportunity to be with ourselves fully and without stifling or suppressing or having it need to be any different than it is. So now that we've had a few breaths, just take a moment and notice where your awareness is. You might notice that it's outside of your body. You might notice it's behind you. It might be inside your body. It might be in your belly. Mine this morning started out about here as I set up my computer and figured out some logistical things. So we're just noticing. This is where my awareness is. Wherever it is, notice if you can bring your attention to the space just below it. Maybe even a little further down. So if your awareness was in your head, just notice it dropping down into your face, behind your eyes, down the back of your head, your neck. Maybe as it passes your throat, drops down into your heart space. Drops down a little bit further into your solar plexus. And into your softened belly. Just continuing to notice. And wherever you are, whether you're lying down, sitting, or standing, just notice as your awareness continues to drop to the places that come in contact with the earth. Your bed, your chair, your floor, the earth. For this meditation, they're all one. And as your awareness comes to this place that rests in contact with the earth, just notice any sensations that are present there. You might notice warmth or tingling. notice a sense of aliveness or cold, perhaps constriction. Right now we're just noticing what's there. So if you notice that you're uncomfortable, make yourself comfortable. Still staying dropped down into your softened belly. Breath easy. And now notice any feelings that have come up alongside these sensations. You might feel relief, a sense of ease or joy. You might feel frustration at the pace of this meditation. All of that is fine. Just do your best to stay with it. Noticing if you're opening or closing. And now, in those places where you come in contact with the earth, imagine that you have roots growing out from your body. They're reaching for the earth and they make contact. Just notice that sensation. And notice how the earth receives you and these roots. Taking a moment to notice what it feels like to be received and welcomed. And notice how it feels as these roots grow deeper. Notice if you feel more stable. More supported. And notice if any of the tension in your body is shifted. These roots continue to grow down, deeper, deeper, along with your awareness. And notice that the deeper they go, something begins to shift. And you're not just sending down roots, but the earth is sending up nourishment, nutrients, water through these roots to you. Taking a moment to notice what that feels like to receive. Noticing the exchange between you and the earth. And notice from this rooted place how it feels to rise. Still feeling the sensations of rootedness, feeling yourself grounded, aware of your soft belly, aware of your legs and your feet that will carry you through your day. Imagine your day from this grounded, rooted place. Imagine the things that you felt nervous about before meditating. And see how your grounded, rooted self navigates those. Entering in with more ease, more grace, more presence. And feel the invitation of the earth to always be grounded and rooted wherever you are. Now giving yourself 3 more softer, fuller, deeper breaths. Welcome back. Grounding is one of the easiest things we can do to shift our energy and also how we're perceived and felt by others. And so, in many ways, then also how they will respond to us. So, when I go out into a circumstance I'm not familiar with, I ground, and it usually has a positive impact. When some of you might be able to relate, when I'm leaving the house and I'm not sure I've turned off the stove or did I lock the door, my grounding practice includes standing in front of these things, grounding, turning the oven off, locking the door, and then I know in my body that I've done these things. It's the same with everything else. If I'm having a difficult conversation, I will ground. And I still may get a little anxious, and I'm more grounded than I was before. So I am more present, and presence brings many things. It can bring a sense of stability in conversations, a sense of stability within ourselves, that sense of presence. And there are many ways to ground. So all of them involve some bringing the awareness from wherever it is into our body and dropping down. And so you can create any visualization that you want. And my invitation with all of these presence practices is that you make them your own. I am a plant person. I have a background as an herbalist, and I love plants. So it makes sense for me. Roots just make a lot of sense to me in both my imagination and also tactile, in a tactile way. You might work with textiles, and so you may understand foundations differently than I do. You may be an engineer, and so have a very structural way of doing this, where you go from the top of a building to the footings and foundations. All of that is fine. Use what works for you. Please don't. The most frustrating thing is to find a practice that you know would benefit you and then try to force yourself to do it in a way that doesn't feel You can't feel it in your own body. So make these practices your own. Create your own imagery, your own words and invitations, whatever works for you. But in all of them, the invitation is always for energy and awareness to drop from higher to lower so that we have this foundation from which we can enter our day. And so, whatever it is that allows you to have that sensation in your body and in your memory throughout the day, it'll be easier to access. So, we could talk all day about grounding, and it's also so simple. So I will leave it there, and I would love to hear if you use this particular visualization or you create your own. I would love to hear about that. Please comment, or if you post on social media, please tag me so that I can see and read your experiences and what you're creating. And as always, if this benefits you, please like, comment on the blog, social media. Feel free to share these videos and posts, and be well.